if you ever find yourself, you know, with a certain goal in mind, and say if you want to purchase something or whatnot, and you find yourself struggling on saving money, this video is for you, bro, because it do get hard saving money out here in the real world, you know, when you start having bills and, you know, when you start growing up and wanting more things out of life. But it's a few things out here that's really stopping you from doing so, man. If you just take the time out to develop certain skills to really manage your money better, you could definitely see yourself in the future being in a better position. See, because with me, in my situation, it wasn't always easy to save money. Like, in the beginning of my journey, when it comes to like saving money and money management, you know, you'll have a lot of things, a lot of distractions thrown at you, and it could just, this could be happening while you like scrolling on Instagram, social media. You might find some things that you think looks interesting to you, and you might want to purchase those things or whatnot. But you, in that moment, you not thinking later down the line in the future. You just having a consumer-based mindset, and you're stuck in the moment. So it's like whatever you might be looking at, it might interest you in the moment. So you just like buy it like out of impulse or whatnot, right? Without like thinking about the future. And that specific thing happens more often than you think, like dead ass, like over the course of a week. If you got a job and you making a decent amount of money to where you can like, buy your own stuff or whatnot, and you don't have any major bills, you ain't got no car or no crib or nothing, like, you will find yourself, buying certain things just out of impulse, just cause you can, and then honestly, it might take for you to get some bills, or for you to like gain some responsibilities as an adult, to like naturally see that you just won't be able to buy those things on a regular. Like, and that, it could be anything, bro. It could be food, clothes, whatever you see on social media that you just, it caught your attention, and you just want to buy it, like, without actually like taking time to think about it, like think about how that could affect you financially. And honestly, the average person don't really think about this like on a deeper level. Like, they think, oh, okay, you live one life, you can just do whatever or whatnot. And honestly, as a person, you don't want to be that type of person to think like that, because we focusing on saving money and we focusing on financial freedom, you feel me? And when it comes to financial freedom, just by that simple thing, you can't do whatever you want. Like, you gotta go by a strict routine and a strict program, you feel me? And a lot of y'all out there are having problems saving because y'all ain't got no discipline, you feel me? And y'all don't have a routine, you feel me? So like, if you have a job out here and you working your 9 to 5, when you get paid, and you know how much you should be getting paid, per pay period, because of your hours or whatnot. So if you get paid like some around like what, 800 to a band or something like that, and you don't take the time to at least put away 100 to at least like 200, or if you can't even do that, at least like $50 put to the side just to save for that specific paycheck, you like discipline, and you're not gonna be able to save the way you should be able to. It takes simple things like that, like, each paycheck, putting away $20, $50 to $100 up every paycheck. And by you doing that consistently over the span of a month to like 6 months, you could easily see yourself having an extra, 3 bands, 4 bands saved up just off of doing that, you feel me? Like, and that's so important, because you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a lot of things in life that you're gonna want, that you're gonna notice, that you're gonna have to save for, and on top of that, if you are a person who don't save at all, like, you do realize like saving money, like, and just having money stacked up to where you're not gonna spend it, is basically your net worth. Like, that's another version of your value. So like, you got a lot of rich people out here who got like cars and They got investments, like probably like 100 million sitting somewhere in crypto, or a few million in the bank. They got a house, something that they got a lot of things that like assets that that shows value. For the average person who don't have access to a lot of those things, they can't just easily throw 100K in an investment or somewhere. They can't have like a big house that has value or that gains value over a certain amount of time. What you could do is you could just stack your bread. It's literally that simple. By you stacking your bread, game, that itself can literally be your net worth. You could literally have fucking 30K to your name, but at the same time, you got you some income streams, you got you a job, you got another income stream other than that, because you don't want to just rely on one job, you feel me, or one income stream. So, you got you a few income streams along with a certain amount of money to your name, and boom, there you go. That's your value right there. But a lot of people, they don't know how to save, and just by you not knowing how to save, that'll leave you with no money for real to your bank. Like, you can literally just go a few years without even knowing. Like, you'll go a few years after the age of 18, right? And since you haven't been saving seriously, within 3 years you'll look at your bank account and you won't see none over $5,000 in your bank account, just because you haven't been saving and you haven't been prioritizing stacking up and stand down, and certain things that you need to prioritize for you to put yourself in a better position, man. So it could be so simple, like literally, like I mentioned before, just putting up $20, $50 to 100. Sometimes if you make enough, put up 200. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's gonna take for you to like move with a sense of urgency when it comes to saving, because like we always say, man, time is limited. You feel me? So it's so many distractions out here on social media that can literally have you like not even thinking about it. Like, you gotta really think. Like, a lot of your friends, a lot of people in this world don't even think about saving. Like, that simple thing don't even cross a lot of people's minds. And if you really think about it, that shit kind of crazy. Cause like, I don't know, it's crazy how you could really just, and honestly, I've done it before too. Like, I ain't perfect. I went like a few years after, I was able to get a job. I went a few years without saving, like just not saving no money. You feel me? Like, I didn't really start seriously saving money until like I turned 18. And I be thinking about this a lot too, cause it's like, I think about, how much more money I could have and how much more I could have been prepared for life coming out of high school. Just by having that simple skill, master it to a certain extent. You always wanna know how to save money to a certain extent. Like, you don't wanna just be out here, spending money however you want to. And that's the reason why saving money is so important, because let's say you save money for a whole year straight and you end up with like 20, 40K saved throughout the whole year, or like not even that, say you just have like 15K saved, right? And then you go into the next year and you still got your job, or you still got your second income streams or whatnot. You now have a cushion. You now have some money put to the side that you're not going to touch, to the point to where, like, if anything major happens or anything goes wrong in your life, you have you have a cushion to keep you afloat. If you don't have no money saved, and let's say you working paycheck to paycheck and your car break down or you lose your house or whatnot, you ain't got that 10K, you ain't got that 20K saved to like keep you comfortable for a certain amount of time. You're gonna instantly have to deal with all that stress at once, because you ain't have no discipline. Like, it's literally that simple, bro. Like, let you go long enough without saving no money in this life, and I guarantee you eventually something's gonna go wrong. Like, you wanna always have that little cushion set aside for you to be able to, like, rest on if something goes wrong in your life. Because most people don't have a support system. Like, you don't have family or friends that can have your back when something goes wrong. So saving can go a long way for you, man. So if you're here in this world and you haven't like heard about financial, freedom, or you haven't like really studied what it takes to, you know, manage your money properly. Learn how to save money, man. Every paycheck you get, put like 50 to the side. You know, it can be that simple, bro. But that's all I got for y'all for today's video. I'm gonna catch y'all next one. Peace out.
I've been on bullshit ever since I tested up. Feelings got a cooling kit. I've been running out of love. I'm awake now. I can finally show you love. Brandon Drake's out. Since you said you like it rough, I got fame now. I can finally turn you up. Rick, Lansing, Jella. Rick, Lansing, Jella. Rick, Lansing, Jella. Rick, Lansing, Jella. All these niggas just be lame as fuck. Nigga be talking about I ain't gon' make it. Nigga just shut the fuck up. I didn't make too many hits. Nigga, this can't be luck. You can't copy all my fits. Nigga, this cost a book. I still ride the vitamins. That shit give me luck. Where the fuck are all my friends? They done lost my trust. She wants me. Won't get off my body. Girl, go find a hobby. Why the fuck you going on about me? She keep on begging to get me sloppy. Then she go back to a nigga probably. Rick, Lansing, Jella. Rick, Lansing, Jella.